Okay, morning, folks. Welcome to briefing on Friday the 22nd. So we've got this little ridge of high pressure. It's just keeping the fronts and the weather systems out to the west at bay. I think we've got very weak systems drifting across the country by the looks of it. Varying forecast models showing whether we are or not going to get rain. It's a bit of hit and miss, really. But essentially, pressure's still fairly high. So northwesterly flow, nice air mass, a bit unstable, but hopefully where we are, enough upper stability to stop any showers developing. Isobars showing the spacing coming apart compared to yesterday, but still a northwesterly general flow. Although it'll probably be more westerly on the ground. The Tafts hedging their bets, really. Farnborough down here is saying 269 knots on the ground, so yeah, pretty much westerly. The BBC was showing the same this morning. Few at 4,500 feet. I think a little bit lower than that. I consider at best, I think 3.5 above sea level, with some cumulus later on, I can see. And it says tempo between sort of 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, 8,000 meter showers and rain. And you'll see that in a second with the rainfall radar and you know, where the showers currently are. Hazard a guess on what we think is going to happen. Upper winds, northwesterly, really. Probably a little bit like yesterday. A bit further north, fairly fresh, 20-25 knots. Down over us, I think 15 to 20, dropping a little bit in the afternoon as the high pressure asserts itself a little bit more during the day. So I would say probably 290, 300 degrees, 15 knots at flying heights, and dropping later, hopefully. Sat pick, the BBC was suggesting clouding over later. And I think there's going to be more cloud as the sort of day wears on and the afternoon comes along. It's going to spread out a little bit. This white blob here, you'd think there would be showers on that, but it appears there's more showers over here at the moment. But I think the cloud will thicken up as the morning goes on. So there's the rainfall radar. Very often in that picture in a northwesterly, you get the rain comes down through here on the Cheshire Gap quite a long way, and the stuff from Wales just sits over Wales and it just gets broken up over the hills, and the air dries out when it comes off the hills in Wales, and very few showers come this way. So I'm hoping that is going to be the feature today. This, I think, is the trailing front here, which I think is just going to come down the eastern side of the country. So fingers crossed, we won't. I think we'd be unlucky to see a shower, to be honest. But never say never. Temperature-wise, it's not going to feel warm, that's for sure. We've had sort of southerly winds for quite a while, quite warm temperatures in the last few weeks. Now we're down to northwesterlies and feeling a little bit colder. So I think 11, 12 degrees seems about right. Dew points are quite low at the moment, 2 degrees. Good temperature dew point split. But that wind is going to feel quite biting out on the launch point, that's for sure. Northwesterly direction. So thick coat today, just like yesterday. Top Meteo showing bits of cloud in here this morning and thickening up with cumulus to start off with. I think bits have spread out as we go into the afternoon. Still looking grotty over Wales, so I think cumulus spread out and little risk of showers, hopefully, over us during the day. And thermal heights, this is sort of 11 o'clock midday, 800 to 900 meters, so 2,500 feet, and 1,000 meters, so 3,000 feet, 3,500 feet probably at best from all the forecasts I can see. So I'm hopeful we'll get some, bit like yesterday, some local soaring, if not a bit better for a short cross country. And the winds probably a fraction lighter than yesterday, and hopefully again dropping off as the afternoon goes on. So quite a nice day. Certainly good for training all day. A bit lively behind the trees, I think, with a slight crosswind, but less so than yesterday. Really, that covers the weather. I think it's on to airspace, and then we'll look at the operation and how we're going to set up based on the jet movements we got and the condition of the grass. So local airspace and NOTAMs, number 13 is just Southampton's hours of operation. Basically all daylight hours, but it's slightly different from their regular published hours. 18 is the high intensity radio transmissions of Boscombe Down. There's clay pigeon shooting. And then 21 is the crossing service for Salisbury Plain. And number 22 is just the one of note, which is Larkhill's danger area has been raised up to 3,000 feet for today, which is a published change. And number 30 is Fairford's MATS, ATZ is activated. So quite quiet on the airspace front in and around here and out to the northwest. Just thought I'd quickly talk about how we're going to set up. It rained fairly heavily over the previous couple of days, so bits of the airfield are a tad soggy. Everything on this side quite dry, quite normal, and down here from the pans and over to the rising ground here is fine. It's still a bit soggy here. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a combined operation on the runway. Cables will come down the north side, so the northerly drift, and then we'll have winch launching on the north side of the runway, launch point vehicle in the middle, and aero towing from the southern edge of the runway, and the tugs will land on the south side, coming this way. So just circuits as normal. If you circuit to the north, you land north side grass. If you circuit to the south, you land south side grass. Hopefully the grass is drying out a little bit more today, and tomorrow we'll be back to normal operation after that. In terms of jet movements, got a flight planned for an Airbus going out this morning on a demo flight. So the flight plan is for 11:30, an unknown duration of the flight, so it'll be coming back at some point. It's demo flight, it's normally a couple of hours. And then 3 o'clock this afternoon, there's a 727 departing. So a bit busy with jet movements. We'll just have to hop on and off the runway as and when we can. Okay, folks, so if you're out there, let's go and get the gliders out of the hangar and we'll get set up and go flying straight away. Hopefully see you out there.